Hello everybody, Tank here from Discovery Park. Today we will be visiting the Golden States, most visited theme park. And when we think most visited theme park, we gotta think Disney's California Adventure. Am I right?
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls.
All jokes aside for Disney's California Adventure, but today we'll be looking at both rumored and confirmed future for the Disneyland Resort, located within Anaheim, California. To start off our list, just next year, on January 17th of 2020, Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, the incredibly hyped second e-ticket Phase 2 attraction for Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, finally opens to hopefully big crowds and critical praise for its amazing technology and unique ride system. I am personally excited for this ride as it looks incredible, including since this is never before seen technology that might shift the ties for Disney v Universal currently. The ride looks like to feature many aspects that'll make you feel like you are inside the Star Wars world, with obviously high immersion within this technologically advanced attraction, which I am very excited for, as I've probably already stated. It just sounds amazing. From a drop tower sequence to blaster battles, to even seeing Kylo Ren in person, this may as well just be amazing overall as well. But now, we must shift our focus to across the street to California Adventure for Avengers Campus, the official title for the Marvel Land coming to that park, which is replacing A Bug's Land. But I'm quite surprised no one has put on petitions to make sure there is a reference to A Bug's Life in the Ant-Man restaurant, or you know who's gonna riot. One of the three attractions at this land will be a Spider-Man web shooter attraction with the acronym WEB, standing for Worldwide Engineering Brigade. I could imagine when they were creating this land, Bob Chapek walked into the room and said, "We need a spider pun in this." But anyways, this ride is looking to reverse the Cuckoo arm technology used in Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey at Universal Studios, with Toy Story Midway Mania's shooting aspect to create the ultimate Spider-Man attraction, where you swing on webs and help Spider-Man catch his A-wired or run-around bots. So the story is, for this Tom Holland Spider-Man attraction, is that guests are visiting an open house for Web showcasing their newest technology. And as Spider-Man is showing off this new technology, the Spider-Bots escape and wreak havoc and basically go insane. So Spider-Man enlists the help of the guests to help him catch them using the Spider-Man web shooters and inside of the Spider-Man web-slinging vehicles. This ride will feature augmented reality, one of two augmented reality rides coming in 2020, as the other one is the Mario Kart experience at Universal Studios Japan, or that's its current going name. But anyways, the other two experiences there on day one in 2020 for this Marvel Land will be an Ant-Man restaurant with oversized and shrunken down foods, with a yellow jacket-like feel, as it looks like the black is changed out with white, with obviously the PIM Technologies logo on the front of the building. The building does look a lot different from what we thought the outside would look like, but it still looks very interesting. Then the other experience is the Doctor Strange Master of the Mystic Arts training program. Looks a lot like Star Wars Jedi Academy, which is pretty popular still with guests, but with Marvel slapped onto it. I would have rather gone with Doctor Strange in the Tower of Terror, but they ended up going with Doctor Strange Teaches the Mystic Arts, which I think will be a pretty fun experience, which will use the IP very well. And it looks like it'll be inside a Californian ruin of maybe Sanctum Sanctorum or other. But anyways, this will probably be a really fun experience using illusions and tricks to its advantages. Then, surprisingly, we got what might be an Avengers gift shop or meet and greet area, which looks like to be a mini Avengers compound, but that's a surprising thing. In Phase 2, which I predict will open in 2022 or 2023, an Avengers e-ticket will expand that small compound into this new ride, where guests step on board a Quinjet and help the Avengers in a battle while going to Wakanda and beyond. The concept art gives lots of strange feels, and it makes me wonder, how is this going to destroy the MCU timeline? But also, the other noticeable thing is that looks like guests will be riding on jetpacks. That made me wonder, what would this ride be? Which there's been lots of predictions with it being from a Soarin' update or updated model. But my personal thought is probably instead a Flight of Passage from Avatar Land and Animal Kingdom. Different model, but with jetpacks. I still have not yet ridden Flight of Passage, but I've heard lots of fun things about it, which makes me want to go on it more. But anyways, I'm still excited for this ride, as we are finally getting the Avengers e-ticket we've always wanted. But still, if there's anything else I had to destroy the timeline of the MCU, it had to be a ride. Then now we're heading back over to Disneyland, to Tomorrowland, where we've all known that Disney has plans for an eventual overhaul of the sad and depressed land. A big problem with the land is that its theming has always been a bit all over the place. The problem is I have grown up with this version of Tomorrowland, so I don't know what everybody's talking about, but it makes sense. It does look a lot like Discoveryland from Paris, and half actual Tomorrowland. So the interesting thing is that what they will do with this, from all the rumors we heard of, it's been put on the back burner, that's a quote there, and will probably be finished or done by late 2020s, which I mean possibly 2027. The overhaul might start after the 70th anniversary of Disneyland, as it looks like Fantasyland is up next. But anyways, the rumor's been going on is that the People Mover tracks will finally be gone after being killed over and over again by the Rocket Rods attraction. It's sad to see those tracks go, but I've always wondered what they were used for. It's sad to see the last remainder of the People Mover finally go, but time has moved on. And then next up we have possibility of a brand new e-ticket, as Space Mountain will still stay there, an e-ticket in the area where Star Wars Launch Bay and Autopia currently are, as those don't really reflect the future, even though those are sort of in the middle of nowhere, as Star Wars has already gotten land, with Autopia being way outdated. But anyways, there's been rumors of it possibly being the Tron roller coaster from Shanghai, which is currently being ported to Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. I would rather have them put a fresh spin on it, like maybe mirror it, or at least do something with it, because I feel like two of the exact same rides, exact same, in the two American parks. I would love to at least have something different, maybe like a Tron car ride, whatever the car, what's the name of that car from Tron? Well, anyway, the car disc things that they had. I would love to see a fresh spin on that roller coaster, even though it's just about 3 years old now. And then and we do have word that Star Tours will stay there, not for a long time, as it's a bit unclear still, as Star Wars has its own experience now with its own land at Disneyland. Obviously, if it's a popular attraction, they'll probably still keep it. But last time I was at Disneyland, which was just about a month before Galaxy's Edge opened, it was kind of nobody's show. And there's the possibility of Buzz Lightyear Astro Blasters being or themed or slightly overlaid, which is a horrifying thought to me, because if Star Tours gets replaced with Iron Man Experience and Buzz Lightyear gets replaced by Ant-Man Nano Battle, it's gonna feel too much like Hong Kong, and Hong Kong ain't a good thing at Disneyland. I would like to see a new story or an original ride, like maybe a story where aliens invade or something super Tomorrowlandish, like super in the future, which is the only way to keep Tomorrowland relevant besides changing it to the Jules Verne Tomorrowland, Discoveryland as it is there in Paris. Anyways, that's all we know of for Tomorrowland currently. Still don't know anything about Finding Nemo. Way not futuristic yet. Way off. But I do like that ride. It would be nice for them to keep it. Then now we move to a possible new Fantasyland. The current going rumors are that Fantasyland Theater will be replaced with a new e-ticket. It's a bit unknown. It's probably going to be Frozen, which I'm fine with a Frozen attraction, but not another Frozen Land. As apparently Disney may think we can never get enough Frozen, but I've already had enough. I have listened to Let It Go too many times. I have a grudge against it. But then there's also the possibility of Mr. Toad's Wild Ride finally going, which we all know how that happened at Magic Kingdom, and I'm not sure Disney would want that to happen again now that the internet has changed a lot since then. I would be fine with them at least doing something with it if a live-action remix on the way, which I don't want that to happen, because it'll probably be ugly. Let's hope they keep that timeless attraction timeless. Even though I haven't ridden it in years, I do have fond memories of riding it. Then there is the slight possibility of Matterhorn bobsleds being completely redone or removed. I love Matterhorn. I have noticed they haven't fully renovated it, including with the recent rockwork falling off the mountain onto track. Could be a wake-up alarm for them to realize that that mountain or concrete structure is pretty old and should be replaced. I hope they just completely redo Matterhorn with added capacity and still keeping the charm of the original, which I would love them to keep, as I love Matterhorn. But then I noticed something. It might be replaced with Frozen. Because if you've seen the concept art we have for the Frozen Land coming to Walt Disney Studios in Paris, it looks like there's a mountain ride. And someone on the WDW Magic forums found out Matterhorn could simply be rethemed to Frozen, which I would not like, because once again, I have a grudge. Even though I'm definitely sold on Frozen too. But anyways, I hope Fantasyland still keeps the classic ride Mr. Toad's Wild Ride in Matterhorn. Fantasyland Theater does need to go, as I don't even care about it, as I've never really been in it, and it's kind of pointless. Not mentioning how Toontown is getting a refurb, and that's going to be the new e-ticket there. So, Fantasyland is still unknown, but I think it's the one most likely to happen by 2020 or 2021, to be done by around the time of the 70th anniversary. We might not get a Seven Dwarfs Mine Train, which is fine with me, as that is a huge ride, and I like it better in Walt Disney World. But anyways, Fantasyland, better stay Fantasyland. And now we are in the very northern part of Disneyland in Toontown, which is sad. It needs new paint, which we all know is needed, but luckily, we have good luck now that Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway will be coming to Toontown in 2022. The attraction is expected to open in Florida in early 2020, so we'll get a feel of what it looks like. Assuming we've gotten some cool photos on the inside, but otherwise, it does use the same technology as Rise of the Resistance, so I won't be surprised if it might hit a very, very high ratage by critics. If Rise of the Resistance will, this might, but it obviously is way different, as if you've seen the photos from inside, including Mickey Views pointed this out, it looks like a real cartoon. With the 2.5D projection technology and the amazing lighting, you just feel like you're in a cartoon. And I feel like it's definitely gonna change Toontown. So I think they're gonna renovate Toontown by probably starting in 2021 and finishing with the ride, with maybe Roger Rabbit's Cartoon Spin finally closing or getting renovated. I have not ridden that ride probably ever, so I don't have any attachments to it, but we are probably going to lose it. With lots of new paint to Toontown, probably, with maybe new things added, like maybe bouncy house or something. Because if I'm correct, in Goofy's house there was a bouncy house, but yeah, it's not there anymore. But anyways, that's it. Tank here signing off from Discovery Park. Hope you had a great time. Please like and subscribe to really help out my channel. Goodbye.